We love
I was
hip-hop.
watching something here. It was let me see. The impossible task of Canada's new fentanyl czar, right?
Fentanyl czar.
Right? Fentanyl czar. Right? They're talking about in this video here on CBC News about how this guy who's supposed to be this fentanyl czar has a big task ahead of him because they're saying only 1% of the fentanyl comes from Canada, and then the rest of the big percent comes from Mexico.
Mexico.
Right?
Yeah.
But that looks like it looks like that from the outside. If you really look in deeper, what Trump is actually seeing is that there's way more manufacturers and they're harboring like Mexican cartels and stuff here in Canada.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's responsible for more fentanyl than the 1% that's being publicly called out, right?
Yep.
This video, besides that, was talking about a big problem with the legal system that we have here and the reason why so much people are able to get off all of this organized crime. So I'm going to play y'all a part here.
And how Canada's legal system handles drug crime.
Certainly.
So just to rewind.
The system handles drug crime.
So the difference between the way the Americans handle drug crime and Canada's legal system.
Canada's new fentanyl czar will have to contend with, and that is the friction between how the U.S. legal system handles drug crime and how Canada's legal system handles drug crime.
Certainly, the United States have long criticized enforcement in Canada, drug enforcement, organized crime enforcement. I mean, long before Trump, every American administration has pressured Canada to adopt American laws.
Canada's extremely well known around the world as being one of the more advantageous places for the production of synthetic drugs because of the low risk.
And this is a complicated area to wade into, but I'll just give you one example of this. In Canada, if the RCMP gets wind of a potential drug lab nearby, they need a warrant before they can wiretap anyone that they think is involved. That's the same as the US. But unlike in the US, they need to prove to a judge that they've tried other investigative techniques first and that they've all failed, which can take a while. But let's say they are able to get that warrant. Then, under Canadian law, they are required within 90 days to notify in writing the person who was the object of the interception, which bears repeating in plain English.
If we target like a phone number or an email of a trafficker in Canada as part of a transnational US or European partner investigation, you have to tell that person that they're being targeted. That's crazy.
We have very restrictive privacy laws in Canada that make it very difficult.
In the US, on the other hand, the DEA or the FBI can wiretap a suspected drug producer, collect surveillance for months, never tell them, and then use that information later in other cases. But let's keep going one step further.
One more.
Back in Canada, if the RCMP lays charges on this person that they've targeted, who they may have had to notify, they also have a legal duty to disclose all relevant information to the defense before they go to trial. That's so the defense can properly prepare.
Right.
But it means all evidence police have against their suspects, so call logs, witness testimony, reports from informants, even if they don't intend to use this evidence at trial.
Major operation that has many suspects, you're looking at hundreds of thousands of documents.
So the problem this raises, according to Canadian law enforcement, is when you're going after a whole network of people, all of this disclosure can actually tip off the other suspects involved, giving them time to change their numbers, move their lab, or even leave the country before police can catch them.
So the two big holes in the legal system, right? One, we put you under surveillance. We have to tell you, hey, by the way, you're under surveillance. Instead of just surveilling the person, getting your evidence, and then closing in. Before that, to even put you under surveillance, we have to have tried other things, and those failed, which might take bare time. And then by that time, they're already on. Hey, the cops are on to me.
Yeah.
Let me
get out of here.
Let me get out of here, right? So before they could even wiretap you, but if we do wiretap you, by the way,
we gotta let you know.
Hey, we're wiretapping you, bro. Who made these laws, man?
Criminals.
Confederation.
I guess.
Right?
Because they're just like, hey, guys.
The justice of peace.
Here's the ways that you guys can get out. Like, remember we were talking about top 5 earlier?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he knew he was under surveillance because they told him.
Yeah.
This is why I said we're going to bring it back full circle. Any of the guys who have been under surveillance for any type of things, whether it's been M's or whatever, the boy them had to tell them, bro, we're watching you. We're tapping your line.
What they do is they actually they buy, maybe the first thing they would try and do is buy and bust you. Right? So they'd get a buy and buster, come to your door. You're like, I've never seen this guy before. Shut the door. Boom. Okay, that's one attempt. Now you've been on the streets. They followed you a couple places. One of them like, hey, you got any Fenty? And you're like, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
There you go. That's another tactic. That's how I would do it if I was there, right?
We've exhausted all our other times. Now let's try to do a wiretap.
No, now we're doing the wiretap.
Yeah.
What we have to tell you.
But that's defeats the whole purpose.
So, but you already know they're watching you.
Yes.
You already know. You kind of already know because
you have a feeling.
You have an inkling.
If you get 2 buyer busters and you in a row, you're like, okay, maybe somebody's
watching
on
me.
to me.
No, they're watching me.
Right? But the fact that they have to tell you that they're watching you is the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life, bro.
But that's the way to do it, though, I guess. But maybe you get the buy and buster and he's like, yo, they're watching you, right?
Yeah, but why do we have to do that? In the States, they don't do it.
You save so much steps by going directly to surveillance versus, okay, let's try 100 things, waste all these days and tax dollars on me failing just to get approved. And then, by the way, when I get approved, now I got to tell the guy I'm investigating that we're tapping his lines. Now that creates a whole nother situation. And what he said about trying to shut down criminal networks.
The disclosure.
All those disclosures, like he said, hundreds of thousands of pages.
Yes.
Bro, it's like, I don't even want to get involved in a case. It's just going to create so much work.
Yeah. And before you go, all those hundreds of thousands of pages are saying everybody gets that information, prosecutor and defense. So now while all of that information's out there, the rest of the organization's like, oh, that's what's going on. This is what you know about us. Mm-hmm. Okay. Audibles, reconfigure. Let's get, let's clean everything up because they told us what they know about us already.
But then, so when they're doing Project Marvel and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did they catch? Someone already knew they were being watched then?
I guess.
No,
maybe buy-in busters. Maybe they got to do whatever they need to do before the taps. But actually, some of these things, there were wiretaps.
Yeah. So how did if they have to let you know?
Yeah, but
I think maybe it's a thing of Friday, you were messing around, right? I've already put you in an investigation room. Then you got out of that. You're like, whoo! But then I'm the same detective on your head top.
Yeah.
So then what I did now is I got you in a room, tried to make you confess to something, tried to make you give up the thing very easy. It didn't happen. Now I'm coming back for you again. So now I'm gonna tell you, yo, we're investigating you and we're on your head top and we're going to tap wire.
And to answer your question when it comes to a Project Marvel or whatever, maybe they did contact somebody, but they're only looking to catch certain people. So they contacted those people. We're investigating the whole operation, but we only want certain guys. So we contacted the guys, the head guys or whatever, and said, we're watching you. But they didn't tell all their runners and everybody else.
That's what I wanted to know.
I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Yeah,
right?
I'm speculating too, but I'm like,
or maybe they did. Maybe they said, they talked to the 2 head guys of whatever the organization was, and then they passed the message down to the runners and everybody. Yo, they're on us. They're tapping our shit.
Tighten up,
right? Tighten up. Change your phone. These are all the options you can do when they're already told you they're watching you.
But
bro.
only it's one man didn't listen.
Yeah,
and that's all it takes, right?
I just find it just stupid that they have to tell you. And I'm not the one who's like, yo, well, you can make it harder for the criminals. But if you guys are really trying to do your job, you're not doing it properly. And this is why Trump has a problem. Because he's looking at our legal system up here. He's like, your legal system's a joke.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything about the drug dealers. And you have a whole cartel that's doing whatever they want up there.
And messing up our country in return.
Yeah, but remember when I was kind of saying that from when he was trying to make us the 51st state, and I was like, this is kind of like a ploy to put the tariffs on us and all that, because it's there's a lot of drugs coming from our end of things and a lot of terrorists coming from our ends of things, right? That
you were right about that.
Dead on.
Yeah. And the reason why it's happening is because of our legal system. We do nothing about it, bro.
It's so lax.
Yes.
It's so lax.
It's gotten worse, bro.
It's so lax.
Yeah. Listen, man, I just wanted to put y'all on.
No, you put it on.
I did not. Listen, when I found this video last night, and this video is like a day old, and it has 153,000 views on it. So people want to know about this shit, man.
Yo, I'm the real fentanyl czar.
Whoa. Watch your blow self.
Fentanyl czar.
But this is what I'm saying too. We're the country that is making it accessible for our we have what are they called? Set up tents downtown and stuff, like safe zone.
Safe injection sites.
Safe injection sites, bro.
Yeah.
If I was Trump looking at that, I'd be right away. You guys are the problem.
Yeah, but they have that over there too. San Francisco, all these different major cities, they're doing the same bullshit.
Of course.
It's just liberals that were in charge for so long that let everybody, don't tell anybody what to do. Everybody has the right to do whatever they want. And it's like, okay, so just bang needles, put on a dress, do whatever you want until like
throw it on the floor.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too mad at them. They have an issue. All right, bro. All right. I'll tell my kid to walk around the needle. He has an issue.
He does have an issue. He's popping needles in his arm. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, but it's his mental health. Like, all right,
that will lead you to some worse mental health. But go on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. Let's wrap it up here for the evening here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.